Hey there, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good out there today. Today I'm going to get back to some more Dimash. I'm really excited for this one. This is going to be a Queen cover that he's doing, and it's called "The Show Must Go On." This is just from this year too. This was recorded in live at the Virtuoso Young Prodigies and Superstars concert in April. Really excited to hear this. This was requested by um, Camille Moose, uh, Hirakito, and Patricia Quidditch. Sorry, I probably destroyed your last name. Um, really excited for this. Dimash does some amazing music. I'm really excited to see what he does with this. Um, what I've heard from him so far, he doesn't do straight covers. He doesn't, which is very cool to me. And I'm excited to hear his version of a Queen song because everybody touts on a lot of people's lists. Freddie Mercury is the greatest singer ever. And he's definitely in my top 3 or 4. Everybody knows it. Even everybody knows that Floor is my very favorite singer of all time. But to hear what Dimash is going to do with what Freddie did is exciting to hear. And especially since I know that he's, or not, I don't know, but because I haven't heard it yet, but I doubt he's going to do a straight cover. This is a song that isn't as popular as a lot of other Queen songs. Although it's, I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody knows this song, but it doesn't get played as much as a lot of other Queen's catalog. So I'm really excited for this. In fact, I know the name, but I had to go back. I actually listened to, clicked on the original just so I could get it into my head what it sounded like, because I just off the top of my head couldn't just you know put it in there. I had to listen to it just for a second. As soon as I heard it, I remembered. Oh, okay, there it is. So I'm really excited for this. Real quick, I did want to remind you I do have a Patreon link to be down in the description. Most reactions go up there at least a day in advance. If you join the Blades 2, you get a patron shout request every month. Doesn't matter what it is, how obscure, how crazy. If you love it, I want to hear it. If you want to donate a little more directly, I do have my PayPal and my Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description. And if there's a specific song you want me to get to really quick, best way to do that is to request that with a donation. Those requests go straight to the top of the list. I get to them as quick as I can, usually within just a day or two. It's really important to me if you're going to be generous enough to donate to me, to have me react to something, you need to get to see that reaction as absolutely fast as humanly possible. I really appreciate any help you can give me. It means everything. So thank you so much. Let's go ahead and switch on over. And here we go with Dimash with his version of Queen's "The Show Must Go On." Except I still have it muted. If you haven't seen me make this mistake before, I'll just let you know why it was muted. When I click on a video, I immediately mute it and let it play for about a minute just so that it gets any possible ads out of the way. Not 100% effective, but most of the time that gets rid of any ads. But I mute it because I don't want to hear it beforehand, and then sometimes I forget to unmute it. So let's try that again with Dimash and Queen's "The Show Must Go On." Wow, this almost sounds like a sad song.
Empty spaces, what are we living for? Abandoned places, I guess we know the score. On and on, does anybody know what we are looking for? Another hero, another mind to describe behind the curtains. In the pantomime, hold the line. Does anybody want to take it anymore? Show must go on. Show must go on. Inside my heart is breaking. My makeup may be flaking, but my smile still stays on. Whatever.
Beautiful version of the song. Like I said, it's very melancholy. I know the song itself isn't like a super happy song, but the Queen original is kind of more upbeat and presented happy, even though if you listen to the lyrics, it's definitely melancholy. Um, but the way they're presenting it, it's a really as it's being presented as a very sad song. Um, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful. His version of it so far is just gorgeous. Just get it out of the way. What happened to his hip? Was he what was his in what? How did he get injured, or what was going on at this time? And like I said, this was earlier this year, so um, hate to see that. As somebody who had just this year had surgery on my arm, that can't be good. That he's got it wrapped up like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and keep going. It's a beautiful version of the song.
Is on. Whatever happens, I leave it all to chance. Another courage, another first romance on the north. Does anybody know what we are looking for? Another hero, another mind described behind the curtain in the pantomime on the line. Does anybody want to take it anymore? Show must go on. Show must go on.
Oh, his backup singers were kids. That's very cool.
Inside my heart is breaking. My makeup may be flaking, but my smile still stays on.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
My soul is painted like the winds of.
Okay, so the conductor, who I'm not sure who the conductor is, I don't know his name, steps down off the podium. Of course, the orchestra, who are professionals, don't miss a beat. You know, the conductor is there to control it, but these are absolutely world-class musicians, so they can keep a beat for 30 seconds while the conductor does something else. But the conductor hops down off the podium, grabs the. I didn't say anything because I thought maybe it was for somewhere else different, another song in the show. But I had seen the violin sitting there, but then he does a guitar solo with the violin. That was fantastic. I'm actually going to go back to the beginning of that. That was cool. I was not expecting that. I also wanted to mention these kids. I love the fact that French horn. Sorry, I was a French horn player. I see a French horn, I have to say so. I love that the backup singers are kids. It gives a different tone to their voices. There's I want to say lack of maturity, but that's not fair because these are obviously fantastic singers. But there's an edge to a children's voice that even if they're an amazing singer, there's this. I don't want to know how to say it without. I'm not trying to be. I'm not meaning this as an insult or anything, but there's an immaturity to their voice that lends itself to this rock and roll song that's not, up until this point, hadn't been really rock and roll. And I really dug that it's these three kids doing the backup singing because it lends a little bit of I'm trying to think of the word, Oh God, it's going to drive me crazy. Legitimacy. It lends legitimacy to the rebellion of rock and roll, of what Queen was doing at, back in the '80s when this song came out. Um, Very cool. I'm digging this, and I love the guitar solo on the violin with some sort of. He's obviously using some sort of a um, guitar setup with an amp to give it that sound. Very cool.
Still stands on. My soul is painted like the wings of butterflies. Fairy tales of yesterday, recall but never die. I can fly my far. Yeah, yeah. Show must go on. You go to the regret. I am never giving in. Got it all. You go to the regret. I am never giving in. Got it all.
So good. That was a performance. That was a performance. Holy crap. That was amazing. Wow. Wow. That was fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Very, very cool. Just a quick thing. I noticed the grand piano doesn't have a lid on it. It's not that it's not open, but it's completely gone. As people who play the piano or know about the instrument, what does that do by taking the lid completely off of it? Usually, it's either closed or it's open, but it's at an angle. What's the difference between closed, angle, and like this one completely gone? It just caught my eye. I was just wondering. Okay, so that was Dimash with his version of Queen's "The Show Must Go On." That was incredible, incredible. The first half of it was melancholy and sad, and you're like, oh, almost too sad. The way the orchestra was, that was fantastic. So I'm looking real quick to see if the description doesn't have the name of the conductor who played the violin. Sorry, I was just double checking that. But then it got bigger and louder, and then the backup singers, and then the guitar solo with the violin, and Dimash doing things that Dimash does. That was fantastic. That last note, incredible. Very cool seeing someone who a lot of people consider the best singer alive today singing the song of someone who is considered one of, if not the best singer of all time. Very cool. Dimash absolutely killed that. That was so good. So much emotion in it too, and the orchestra was fantastic. Like I was saying, they're professional musicians. They're cream of the crop musicians. Very, very cool. When I was in orchestra, of course, I was like, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could be an orchestra that plays world-class music with world-class musicians. I wasn't very, very good. I was average at best. I don't have any delusions that I was held back or I could have been better. I was as good as I could be, and it was pretty average. Wasn't bad, but definitely wasn't above average. But anyways, that was killer. That was really, really good. I'm definitely gonna listen to that again. Probably as soon as I turn this off, I'm gonna listen to that again. That was freaking fantastic. Really, really enjoyed that. If you guys like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.